Mark stood up in the direct line of fire 3 times that day on purpose, willingly gave his life to save his teammates and for the freedoms that we had. He did that for you. He did that for me.
Strong words from Debbie Lee, the mother of Marc Lee, who was the first Navy SEAL killed in Iraq. Welcome back to this special Memorial Day edition of Newsmax Prime. I'm J.D. Hayworth. As we remember those who paid the ultimate price protecting our nation, we would be remiss if we did not reflect again on the sacrifice made by Marc Lee, and that is why we are pleased to welcome back his mother, Debbie Lee. Debbie, welcome to Newsmax Prime.
You bet. Thanks for having me, JD.
Debbie, how does your family try to honor Marc on Memorial Day?
There's a lot of different things that we do. One of the main ways that I have done that in the past is try to educate people on what Memorial Day really is about. It is not a time to celebrate. It is not Happy Memorial Day. It is a time when we remember and honor those who sacrificed while serving in the military for the freedoms that we enjoy each and every day. Lots of times I have grandkids, and so every day for us is Memorial Day. They hear about Uncle Marc. They know who he is, even though they haven't met him. But we focus on that intently even more so. We lower our flag, and then at noon we raise it in memory of Marc, but remembering to live lives that are worthy of the sacrifices they've made. Oftentimes we're over at his graveside in San Diego. We visit him there. Sometimes my travels don't allow me to be there. Today I was in Austin, Texas, visiting Chris Kyle's grave, but just remembering each one of those who give so much. We try to watch movies during that time about other heroes who sacrificed greatly, and I always write a piece that we publish about Marc and about sacrifice, and just trying to educate other people as well as what it really means. I wish we would go back to Memorial Day just being a day set aside on May 30th like it used to be, and not a 3-day weekend, because I do believe we as America have lost what this weekend was really supposed to be about, what today is about, and remembering and honoring. And I'm not asking people to walk around with solemn faces all weekend. I'm not saying don't get together for your barbecues or don't go away for a 3-day weekend. But please, so many people have given so much for the freedoms we enjoy every day. And we ask as parents, as loved ones who gave a family member in service to this country, that you remember that. Take time, set aside time today to make sure you remember the sacrifice.
So you're saying amidst the barbecues, on the lake, at the ball games, take time for a moment of silence to remember that freedom is not free, that there are many who paid the ultimate price for us to enjoy that freedom. You just mentioned trying to strike that balance. You don't begrudge people the holiday trappings of a 3-day weekend, but how do you think we could best educate younger people about what Memorial Day is intended to be?
Yeah, that's a great point, JD. I grew up we visited grave sites Memorial Day weekend. It was twin sisters that I'd lost shortly after childbirth. It was my grandmother. It wasn't even people who served in the military. So unfortunately, I wasn't taught growing up what the true meaning was about. But we need to take advantage of that. There are lots of, even for young children, there's a lot of children's books that talk about that. But what better way than to go to a cemetery where our heroes are laid down in one of the military cemeteries, walk through those headstones, look at the dates they were born and the day they died, look at the conflict they were in, and take that opportunity to tell your children the sacrifices that have been made. Tell your grandchildren, let your neighbors and friends know. Again, there's so many great books for adults. There's movies during this time of year. Go to your TV. There's a lot that's on the different channels that tells the stories, tells the history of these heroes and the sacrifices that are made for the freedoms that they're enjoying today and every single day. Take that opportunity to do that.
And Debbie, I would imagine that a good resource as well is your website, America's Mighty Warriors. Tell us about your organization, what it does to try to recognize our heroes and remember the fallen.
You bet. Marc's name meant mighty warrior, but our foundation is not just named Mighty Warrior because it's not just about Marc. It is about each and every one of our men and women who sacrificed and given so much for the freedoms that we enjoy every day. There are 4 books on our website that I'm a contributing author in that tells Marc's story. And we have dedicated our lives. We do retreats for our families of the fallen in Texas. We have a house in Arizona called the Heroes Hope Home, where those families can come and stay for free and just get loved and pampered on that whole week, and let them know we will never forget the sacrifice that you've made. You've given your very best for this nation, and we will never forget your hero. We will never forget you. We also do a lot for our troops who are serving and who have served. We're paying for hyperbaric oxygen therapy treatments for those with TBI and PTS. And Marc's last letter home talks about doing more random acts of kindness, how we could change this world. And so we gear our random acts of kindness to our troops, to those families of the fallen. And then we also do a lot of advocacy. So if there's an injustice, you will hear me speaking out, educating others, and trying to correct that, or up on the hills of Congress or wherever we need to be to make sure that we do make a difference for those who serve in the military. They can't speak out, JD. They don't have a voice. We need to be that voice. We need to make sure that we're doing that for them. And there isn't anything I wouldn't do for our troops and for our families of fallen. They have paid dearly for the freedoms we enjoy every day.
Debbie, we took a look at the website, but I want to make sure people have that web address. What do they need to type in to get your website for America's Mighty Warriors?
They type in americasmightywarriors.org. There's no apostrophes or punctuation in the actual website, and that will get them there. There's videos of Marc. There's other information about what we continue to do. And as always, JD, we can't do it without the support of so many. So thank you so much for helping us get that word out and sharing the information about.
And Debbie Lee, thank you for your time on this Memorial Day. Newsmax Prime continues right after this.